What is up, you guys? Your boy Plus coming at you with a brand new video for your face. We just started a video. We're going to be showing you guys how long it takes to download Apex Legends and its full 27 gigabytes of data on Hyperoptics. Now, you guys can see that we are downloading at about 175 megabits per second. Not easy stuff here. This is probably going to take us about the best part of maybe 20 minutes, I'd like to think. No, actually, it's not going to take us 20 minutes. That took us 30 minutes to 30 seconds to download 1 gigabyte. It's going to take us roughly about 15 minutes, 12 or 13 minutes to get this downloaded. So let's go ahead, let's sit back, let's discuss Hyperoptics, and you guys can watch the speed that we do download these 27 gigabytes of data in front of you live for your viewing pleasure, as you can see right here. The first thing I want to say to a lot of you guys that are probably watching right now is this video is not a sponsored video. No, I'm not being paid by Hyperoptic to bring you their fresh goodness of a network. I am making this video to inform people out there who probably are looking to change providers. If you were like me, you probably had some providers here in the UK. I'm in the UK, so I can tell you from my own personal experience, a lot of networks that are here, like the broadband providers, pretty much charge a fanciful penny. But what they don't tell you all the time is that the connection speed that they offer you and what you actually are going to get in the download section. For example, if you look at the installing in the corner right there where it says installed in 201 megabits per second, this is not 1 gig. And again, this is not based on how do you say, your up and down connection. It's literally based on two things. The first one is you can download at a speed of XYZ, which is whatever they tell you, 1 gigabyte. But again, it depends. Is the server that is providing the download, is it going to be capable or able to handle 1 gigabyte per second connection to one individual user that is planning to download? Most of the time, that's not going to happen because that's, significant. The bandwidth this has obviously is big enough to substantially give you a big download, if you know what I mean, ladies. But the important thing to keep in mind here is that you are not going to be getting 1 gig uploads and downloads all the time because it doesn't work that way. I could go into more detail of trying to explain to you how this really truly works, but I think what you really want to understand is just let's put it in simple context here. Your hand is able to hold a 1 gigabyte connection. The hand that gives you the handshake, that gives you the file, can only hold, I don't know, 200 megabytes connection. That means at any given point, you're going to be receiving a 200 megabyte heaviest handshake at best. You will not get a 1 gig handshake. It's not going to happen. So it's that simple. If you don't understand that, well, I'm sorry for you. If you do understand that, then you understand what I'm trying to say here is that, even though you have a 1 gig connection, it depends on who's giving you the file and if they can give you 1 gigabyte worth of data per second. Most people will simply say that's not possible because, of course, for cost reasons, most servers that are out there that are basically giving you the file will not be 1 gigabyte capable for one individual. And of course, they will be serving a load of different people. And again, these are the same, I'm guessing, these are the same servers that keep Microsoft's, Xbox servers up and running. So I just have a feeling like, yeah, they might not be able to substantially give one individual 1 gigabyte steady connection. Some people do say that it changes based on where you're located. If you're located in Germany, you might be able to get higher speeds. Yes, that is something that I have noticed that if you're located in certain places, you are able to get faster speeds. That's true. I've seen that when I was in Ukraine, for example. When I play FIFA, I found that my game was a little bit more responsive, and the way that the server reacted to my gameplay was different. Now, one thing I did notice earlier when I was downloading other files, you guys probably, if you haven't checked out my other video, was that other files were downloading at a rate of 200 megabits per second. Some were going up to 256, some were up to 260. But this file has been significantly steady at 100 and something. So that leads me to believe that this file pretty much is in high demand. We've got up to five gigabytes in approximately 4 minutes. So I think we might actually go back to the time frame that we initially suggested, which would be over 12 minutes, which was going to be like 20 minutes. And that's because it's taken us, what, 5 minutes just to get sorry, 5 minutes just to get 5 GB, and you do have to do that 5 times, so you're looking at 25 minutes overall. Um, that's very much possible. But again, you can see in the top corner now we spiked up to 245, and that means that we are going to be running a little bit faster than we were before, and that should bring our overall download time down significantly. Guys, listen, this is one of many videos where I'm just going to be downloading stuff on Microsoft's servers and showing you guys how long it takes, and I'm going to be using different services to download them, and you're going to see the speed that they're coming in at, and hopefully at some point we're going to do a speed test to show you guys what kind of speed that we're getting. But the most important thing here is I wanted to say to you guys in the comment section down below, leave a comment. Let me know how long you think it's going to take for this download to happen. Because that's the important thing. Like, you guys tell me what you think of the video. Tell me what you think if it's ridiculous that someone's making a video showing you how fast and slow certain internet providers are. Now, the weirdest thing would be if you think about this now. This is a 1 GB connection. And if that 1 GB connection is technically overkill, where the 1 gig doesn't make a difference, then technically, even if I was on a, 200 or 300 GB connection from, let's say, Virgin Media, or half a gig connection from Virgin Media, then would it still be the same thing? But then again, the other problem that I have with Virgin Media is that when you have Virgin Media, you tend to find, okay, we've hit the 31% mark, and at the 31% mark, EA feels that it's ready to start giving me this game. I can start playing this game, which is nice, but it's in a way it's not also nice because that means that like I'm gonna be missing almost a third of the files, like 2/3 of the files. I only have a third of the files that make this game. So what the hell is the other third of the files for, if they're technically not necessary? Yeah, so one of the things I was mentioning earlier is that what if I had like a 500 GB connection? Are you technically telling me that that would be the same download that I'd be getting right now? And if that's the case, then what's the point of going for a gigabyte connection? And again, I don't want to come across like some Johnny Know-it-all because I don't want somebody in the comment section to say, "But you don't know about this, sir." And the reason I'm saying that is because I don't want you to feel that I'm making out that I know anything special about this. I mean, I did graduate computer science, but that doesn't mean that I know anything about computer science, if you know what I mean. Um, the point is that, I'm not really a network specialist. I'm not really, a specialist in, speeds of internet or anything like that. I just had a lot of experience in terms of using different service providers and seeing what kind of speeds they give me. But the important, the important thing as I think about it is that these kind of stats, they don't lie. That's the one thing I like about this. These kind of stats don't lie. And I like that because you're watching this being downloaded. This is connected via Ethernet cable, by the way. So this is not Wi-Fi. It will be different if it was Wi-Fi, because you will like, hey, you know what? That's another video right there. We could delete this file completely, and we could reinstall it using Wi-Fi to show you guys what kind of speeds you get on the, hyperoptic broadband with Wi-Fi. This is currently Ethernet cable connected. What was that guy? There was that guy who always said it's Ethernet. I always wanted to slap the teeth out of that guy's mouth because I always felt like that was so annoying when someone called it Ethernet. But hey, whatever. Potatoes, potatoes. Everybody's entitled. Um, yeah, I think like this stat in front of you doesn't lie. This is really what the speeds are. So if somebody turns around and says to you, well, it's a different speed, or there's some like, commercial or something like that and tells you like, hey, you could get faster speeds if you download a special app or this or that. No, this is the real speed that I'm getting, and I'm on a gigabyte internet. Now, I'm more than happy to obviously put that information out there, to show what kind of price I'm paying, etc. But that's a personal info, so mind your own business. Point is, this is Hyperoptic, 1 GB connection, and I'm getting a fifth of the speed that they claim that you should really be getting. That's the other thing I think. I think You shouldn't really be allowed to say that it's 1 GB download and upload. If really most of the time when people download on your network, they're really going to be seeing like 200 megabytes. Like that for me, I think it's a kind of false advertising that we tolerate in today's society. But really, this should be a 250 or maybe maximum 400 megabyte line as in terms of description when they're offering it to customers on the internet. You should say, look, you can steadily get 400 megs of download. I don't think it's fair to put it out there and say this is a 1 GB connection because as you guys can see, we're not even slapping 500 megs. We're not slapping 400 megs. We're simply stuck at 250, 260. We literally have been downloading this for a minute now, and we're still stuck at what I would technically say is what less than 300 megs. So you know that's a third of the recommended download speed. So that's significant enough for you to feel like, well, it's not really 1 gig because I've done 3 different videos now with this, and in every single video, one thing's been common. It's not been 1 gig. It's been technically what I would say is, maybe 200 megs, something like that. If I was being fair, I would say, yeah, 200 megs. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the screen. There we go. Adjust the screen a little bit. All right, so we're at 61%, and it's taken us 11 minutes and 51 seconds. This is 27 gigabytes, guys. 27 gigabytes, and it's going to take us how long? So put that into context. 27 gigs. How long is it taking? Is that really a bad thing? I don't think so. I mean, like, you're not going to download 27 gigs on a regular internet. I mean, before this, I had what was it, Now Broadband, and with that, this download would have taken me approximately maybe an hour. Yeah, realistically about an hour, at the very least about an hour. I would have to put it over and just go away for a minute and come back later and see where it's at, and it would be like an hour later I'd finally see that it's finished. But this, you could sit down, you could open up a couple of brews, and you literally could be here, and you could watch it go all the way from 0 all the way to 100, and it's not that bad. I mean, 68% in, hold on, let's get to 69%, 66%, sorry, in 13 minutes. Now, I did predict initially that we were going to hit 100% around 13 to 14 minutes. Um, the speeds have been significantly slower. I mean, obviously, you can see that it's 150. If we were doing 200, then we would have got there a little bit faster. But unfortunately, because we've been, kind of teetering at around 155, 160, 140 sometimes, we've not really made it up to 100% as quickly as I expected. Now we're going to hit 69%. This is the special percent right here, and all of a sudden, I guess the internet's going to take up and it's going to decide it wants to do its business, and we are now at 170. But no, we're going back down. Uh, it could be a multitude of different things, though. One thing that could be causing this is that maybe you know, other people on the internet, which there potentially is right now, maybe even watching TV shows and things like that. Maybe someone's on, Pornhub or something like that, or maybe people are on, Sky News and things like that. That could be, factors that you have to consider. Um, and I have to be honest, I don't know if there's people doing that right now. I myself, I'm not right now on that. So, yeah, don't go, yeah, you're on that right now. That's why you're not even admitting it. No, I don't necessarily, I don't know if other people are using the internet, and that's what's causing the dropout of 100, um, megabits per second. That might be the issue. Um, but overall, I think the speed right now is decent. And I think the overall time that it's taken for us to download the 27.5 gigabytes that is Apex Legends Season 2 is reasonable. We've got 7 gigs to go, and I like to believe that this should take us the next part of maybe 5 minutes, um, since all the other 7 gigs has taken technically 5 minutes each. So I think, yeah, we should be completed in 5 minutes. But that depends though, because you see right there at the top of the screen, in the like middle, right there where it says megabits per second, we're now starting to kick up to 200. So I do think that we could see this video come to a close in the next 4 minutes. I think that's possible. So I don't know. Go down in the comment section below. Have a look at what you predicted this video was going to take in terms of time that it would take to download the overall file. And well, this is actually contradictory because most of you who are watching this video have seen the length of this video, and you probably already know how long it's going to take for the download to complete. So me telling you to go down into the comment section below and write down how long you think it's going to take, that's a waste of time because you probably already cheated and looked at the length of time the video has, and you're probably like, well, it's probably going to take 18 minutes, something like that, or maybe 15 minutes or 15 minutes. What am I talking about? Maybe it's going to take like 19 minutes, I think. And yeah, so you probably already cheated your way to victory. And you're probably like, yeah, I win something. No, you don't win anything. Anyway, there is approximately what? Let this complete in a second. Let's get that up to 4. So that's 3 GB. Oh, well, actually 4 GB a second ago left over. So by my calculation, I think that 4 GB should take 4 minutes to complete. Um, depending on how fast the internet's going at the moment. Let's see. Is that going to be 4 minutes? I mean, we're steady now above 200 megabits per second, which is pretty cool. That means that, like, the download speed is actually supposed to be like better than it was, like almost 100 megabits better than it was before. So it's almost twice as fast as it was before. Um, One of the other things I have to say is that it is raining outside, and a lot of times when it rains, as most of you probably have experienced, the internet speeds tend to go down. So that's another factor to consider. So this is being done whilst it's raining outside. But we're almost there. I think we're going to get there real soon. So we are at 91, 92%, and the total time taken is 17 minutes and 33 seconds. So for 17 minutes and 33 seconds, we are almost at 25 gigabytes, guys. This is a feat of downloading engineering right here. Now, I don't know why it's slowing down to almost a crawl. It's almost down to no speed, and then it's crawled back up. I think this might have something to do with the individual files that are being collected. I think that the individual files that are being collected, the location of them, it might. Oh, we just hit 300 megabits per second there. Did you guys see that? We hit that for a sec. Hyperoptics pushing the budget right there. They want us to to show them looking good. But we're back down to 150, 135, 100. Oh, well, no, we've gone up to 227. I think the individual files that there are that are being gathered probably are on, like different parts of the server. We have just broken 350 megabits per second, as you guys can see there for a sec. We went over 350 megabits per second. That was the highest that we've hit all throughout the time we've been downloading this file. And we are currently at 18 minutes and 36 seconds. We are going to finish this download in approximately 20 seconds, I believe. And yes, so let's go ahead and give that countdown. I think it's going to be approximately 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's already finished. Damn it. So there you go, guys. Total recording time is 18 minutes and 56 seconds, 57. It took us about 19 minutes to download 27 gigs. It is, I would say, medium to okay. It's not fantastic. It's not bad. It's okay. So it's taken us a decent amount of time. Anyway, guys, this has been your boy Plus. If you like the video, do leave a comment in the comment section below. We are going to have more of these download videos. We're going to download games that you guys particularly want to see other people downloading with fast internet to see what you are missing out on your current internet because, you can only dream if you have crappy internet and you can't get a better internet. Hyperoptic has 1 GB of like uploads and downloads allegedly, but you can see we got up to 350 megabits downloads per second. Um, and anything you want to say, put it in the comment section below. Until then, this has been your boy Plus. I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.